Are all batteries the same? That's like asking if all soccer players are the same. Take Messi, the most decorated player ever. Is there any other player who has achieved that? No, just him. Now take Duracell. Is there any other battery with power boost ingredients inside? No, just Duracell. Remember, goats only trust goats because they're built different. And Messi only trusts Duracell.
This episode is brought to you by Google Chrome. You think you know a browser, but Gemini and Chrome? That's new. It can help you with practically anything on the web, like restoring a vintage motorcycle from a 50-page restoration blog, or finally break down that long article you've had open for weeks. Gemini and Chrome is here for it. Ready to make anything online make sense? There's no place like Chrome. Check responses, setup required, compatibility and availability varies, 18+.
Hey, it's Bill from the Bill Simmons podcast. FIFA World Cup 26 fans, listen up. Is the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Michelob Ultra is giving away $1 million worth of FIFA World Cup 26 tickets and prizes. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/superior access/FIFA World Cup 26. Michelob Ultra FIFA World Cup 26 superior access. No purchase necessary. Open U.S. residents 21 plus begins on December 1st, 2025. Ends on July 31st, 2026. Multiple entry periods. Visit www.MichelobUltra.com/superior access/FIFA World Cup 26 for free entry deadlines, prizes, and details.
Hello there, Stanley Carr here. You know, I love collecting music and sports memorabilia. Want to know where you can find some? I'll tell you. Go to oldglory.com. This website features one-of-a-kind apparel from your favorite sports teams and musical artists. And I can help you get 15% off of all items. Use the code WWH135. Enjoy the episode.
Welcome to Wrestling with Heart, a podcast looking at pro wrestlers giving back to their community. Join me, Stanley Carr, as I interview wrestling's hottest names who use their platforms as entertainers to raise awareness and do community service.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Heart. This is the show where we talk with professional wrestlers and professional wrestling personalities about their lives in and outside of the ring, as well as doing acts of charity work, community service, volunteering, and spreading positivity. We're always about the positive vibes here on the show. Before we get started, I want to take this time to promote our brand new book. If you can see it here on the screen, I will put it out for everybody to take a look. Champions for a Cause, Volume 1. It is a collection of interviews with some of your favorite professional wrestling stars. I am talking about people like Mark Marrow, Jake the Snake Roberts, Tito Santana, and Buff Bagwell. So many others included in this volume. If you're interested, you could buy your copy now on Amazon.com for $15. It is available as a paperback. With me right now, I've got a very special guest. Not only do we talk to professional wrestlers and professional wrestling personalities, we also talk to people who are content creators and people who are doing cool things in the world that we call professional wrestling. And I'm pleased to bring on one of them with me here, Wombreezy. Welcome to Wrestling with Heart.
First of all, Stanley, what an introduction you've just done, and congratulations on the book. Do you know what I mean? It's a big success, and you've interviewed some amazing people yourself. Thank you for allowing me to come on your show. I'm really excited to be chatting with you.
Yeah, this is my pleasure. So talk to me about your upbringing and where are you from?
So I'm from the UK, which the UK has its like ups and downs. I'm from a county, which over there might be a state, called Yorkshire, which, yeah, it's not the best. I say it's not the best. It has its ups and downs, but yeah, I'm 26 years young. Left home at 16. Joined the military, yeah, and been a lifelong wrestling fan. You know, met my beautiful wife, and yeah, I love traveling around the world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And when exactly did you get into wrestling? Were you always a fan?
I was always a fan, but it was like early 2007/end of 2006 that got me into it. It was like Batista that got me into it. You know, like his run that he had with The Undertaker and like Edge in 2007. Those were great.
Yeah, those are some pretty intense battles, and like they both went to war with each other. WrestleMania, Backlash, the steel cage match that they had, the Hell in a Cell match that they had later on that year. And then, of course, you had Edge and The Undertaker, WrestleMania, Orlando, Florida. Then you had the SummerSlam Hell in a Cell. Amazing storytelling when you think about it, because it all started with two guys, Batista and Undertaker, going at it, and then that led to Edge and Undertaker. True classic babyface versus heel storyline, and it made for some really incredible television.
Definitely, and I would even say that you could have argued that Batista could have ended the streak back then. That match at WrestleMania 23, unbelievable. Then the one at Backlash, like where Batista speared the Undertaker off the stage, unbelievable.
And the thing is like, you could always think about, like, back then, like, who would have been a good person to end the streak. Batista would have been one. There were rumors back in the day. I think Kurt Angle was scheduled to face Taker at Mania 1 year, and for him to be the one to break the streak. So it's like, up until the point where Brock Lesnar did it, a lot of people were wondering who's going to be the one, and we didn't really know exactly who it was going to be. We always thought it was going to be somebody that was on the rise, up and coming, that was going to do it. So it just kind of kept us like wondering, like, who's going to be the one to do it. And so eventually it became Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it could have been Edge, could have been anyone.
Yeah. So Batista was the one that got you into it. Who else were you just fascinated by? People that you would say were like some of your favorites to watch?
Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, CM Punk in 2011. I loved his work. But yeah, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, even though he was in TNA, but yeah, just probably those four. I like John Cena, but when he keeps winning all the time, it can get a bit boring.
And the thing is like, where you are, the UK scene is huge. It's white hot. There's an enormous amount of independent talent that's come through your area in your part of the world, and of course have gone on to be huge successes in major companies. So have you gone to shows in England?
Yeah, I've gone to quite a few. Obviously, I've not been to Rev Pro or Progress, but I've been to a few local ones and stuff like that. There used to be a company called Southside Wrestling, which used to bring like the imports in, from America. They brought like the Rascals, Jay Lethal, Billy Gunn, who else? Melina. They brought loads of people. Jade at the time, who now is in WWE, Mia Yim, or Michelin, whatever she goes by, which name these days. Alba Fire, I've met her. Isla Dawn. So many, but then that company disbanded in 2019. No, it didn't disband. It got bought by RevPro.
Wow. And when you see these people, it's like you get butterflies in your stomach the first time you see these people in person. You're like, oh my gosh, you get starstruck.
Definitely, I would agree with that. And I've recently been to a cabaret show, met Thunder Rosa, met Joe Lando. Yeah, that show was amazing.
What would you say is your all-time favorite match?
I've seen in person. My all-time favorite match I've seen seen in person? In general. That's a good question, man. There's so many. One that I've seen live. God, there's so many, man. Wow. Obviously, the normal ones, I guess, honorable mentions and stuff like that, is like the Undertaker 4 matches that he did with Triple H and Shawn Michaels, back to back each Mania. But then you got Kenny Omega versus Okada. You got Will Ospreay. Any match with Will Ospreay in it, really. There's so many. But one I've seen live. Will Ospreay versus Robbie X.
Okay.
That was good. 30 minutes it was, I think, or 26 minutes. Really good. And one that I've seen on TV that was really good, I would say Swerve and Ospreay versus the Bucks last year at All In. Yeah, All In, Texas. Was it All In?
Yeah, I believe it. You're right. It was.
Yeah, that was good. I'm a big fan of tag team wrestling.
Did you ever go to the show that they had in Wembley Stadium a few years ago?
I've never been to one, but I'm going to one this year. The only reason why I've never been, I've either been working or I've just not been able to go. Like, something always come up. But this year is my year and I'm going.
Yeah, it's always exciting whenever a big event like that comes to your town. I know for me, SummerSlam came to Nashville a few years ago. It was a big turnout because you had the event and you also had Ric Flair's last match that was held the next day I believe it was the Municipal Auditorium that it was held. So it was a huge weekend and a lot of people came out for it. So definitely one I'll always remember. But at what point did you decide to start interviewing wrestlers and kind of creating your own YouTube channel?
So it came from struggling, really. Like 2022, I went through probably one of the worst years of my life. I got married. It wasn't worst year because I got married, but like work, then home. It's like just stuff that was happening at work. Came home, I was just not in the right headspace and just stuff like that. So I thought, do you know what, 2023, give it a go. And then in May 2023, I did my first interview with professional wrestler Alex Zane, and he gave me I was trying to reach out to people saying, "Oh, trying to pitch your idea. I've got this. I want to do this." Sometimes people turn you down, don't want to do it with you, don't give you a chance. But it all stems from my friend and my podcast host, like the Magic of Wrestling, Liam. He's a big inspiration of mine, and like we talk every day. Like he's my podcast buddy, partner. Like I don't do anything without him. I don't do any guest without him. Like unless he can't make it, I will do it. But any guest that I get the opportunity to interview, do you want to do it? Yeah. Can you make it? Yeah. Can you not? No. But to sum it up, like he in 2023 went to an event that I went to as well, and then he put on his channel or Facebook post like, "Oh, I'm going to be doing like a review show," and then I commented on it saying, "No, I'll do it," and then it gave me the buzz that I want to do it because virtually it's great because you're in Nashville and I'm in the UK. Do you know what I mean? Talking, I love it. I enjoy it. I enjoy connecting with people, connecting with the wrestlers. I enjoy it. It gives me like an hour, 40 minutes or whatever it is to just de-stress and just have fun and just talk shit. Do you know what I mean? Really. But I've done 156 episodes, interviewed some of the biggest names in the wrestling world. And yeah, sky's the limit for me, and I'm still growing. Yeah. I'm still learning each day.
That's what it's about. It's a learning experience. And so when you contact guests, it can be a little hard because you're trying to get your name out there and everybody's all over the place. They're booked, they're out of town, they're traveling. And so you have to really put in the work to get in touch with them as much as possible to be able to reach them and hopefully get them on. Who would you say have been some of your favorite interviews that you've been able to have on your show so far?
Jacob Fatu, Sherilyn Guerrero, cheers. Recently one that I've just done is Shane Haste. That was good. Ran really smooth and just funny. Frankie B was a really good one. Like, flown really smoothly, incredible human, like, very down to earth. Like, the conversation's just full on and I like that. Tiffany Nieves was a good one because she was in character, shall we call it. And sometimes when people are in character, you don't know how to take it or how do you respond to it and stuff. But she's a really good one. All the Australian talent that I've done are really good. Like, when I've finished, me and Liam's finished, when they thank us for bringing light to the Australian wrestling scene and stuff like that, that's been really good. Sherilyn Guerrero one was really special. Nigel McGuinness was really special as well. Brian Alvarez was good. Josh Barnett was good because you mentioned there like reaching out to guests. It came like I think within like 3 weeks, or no, within 2 weeks we interviewed Brian Alvarez, Josh Barnett, and Nigel McGuinness, and I'm like, fucking hell, this has been a great 2 weeks. And then May was good because I interviewed Shane Haste, Rich Holland, Kevin Knight, Brittany Brooks, and all these other Australian talents. I interviewed 9 in May. That's the most I've done. But my favourite 3 is Shane Haste. No, 5 we'll call it because there's just so many. Cheryl Guerrero, Jacob Fatu, Shane Haste, Frankie B, and Zilla Fatu.
That's amazing. You're able to get all these people. And, of course, Jacob Fatu is now in WWE, so you had him on before he got to the main stage. So that's an amazing get.
Jacob Fatu, I would say, is probably my favourite for so many reasons because that opened so much doors for me. I got him 3 days. This is a true story. I got that guy 3 days after he left MLW, and I got him a month before he signed with WWE. And if you look on YouTube or anywhere, there's not many interviews that are virtually that Jacob Fatu does or did at the time. Like, I'm probably the one of many that he's done. There's not many that he's done. He does them unless you're Muscleman Malcolm, Chris Van Vliet. I don't think he's done one with him yet. But Muscleman Malcolm, like Sean Ross Sapp, or unless you're any of them, he's not done any. Or unless you've got a huge following. But me at the time, I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. I got him.
You just have to keep putting yourself out there as much as possible. Really, really put in the work to make your channel grow and get as many people as possible. You know, I've been doing this now 3 years, 3.5 years, and you really have to really get out there and really work at this. It is a grind. It's a lot of fun to do this stuff, but you have to really pace it at a point where you're putting out content every day, whether it's YouTube videos or shorts, reels, social media. It's a whole nother ballgame now. I mean, since podcasting was invented, you really have to get your name out there and push it as hard as possible.
And we all have a podcast. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry has a podcast. Do you know what I mean? Like, your next door neighbour man have a podcast. My next door neighbour man have a podcast. My grandma even have a podcast. Probably doesn't, but do you know what I mean? Like, everyone has a podcast. For you to stand out, you've got to just be you. Do you know what I mean? Don't change who you are. Don't change your roots. Don't change much. Don't listen to negative people. Don't listen to the outsiders. Just be you. Stay authentic. Be true to yourself, and things will come in time and the opportunities.
Exactly, and your presentation matters. I think that's something I've learned since I've done this podcast is really the look and the feel of this has to look a certain way to get people to come, right? If you build something, they will come. It may take time, it may take a little bit, but if you put as much work into the production aspects, you'd be surprised what could come your way. You really.
Yeah, I heard this off someone. Someone said this to me recently, and it's kind of true. What did they say? So someone said to me recently, in fact, they said it to me and Liam on one of our last episodes, that when you are reaching out to people, send them something as though it's like a CV. Treat it as it's a CV. And I'm like, well, I do that anyway, but when you hear it from the horse's mouth, you take it in and you're like, do you know what? Yeah. Just like you reach out to someone, I'm Stanley Carr, blah, 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 blah. I do this, this, and this. That's a link to my work, gives them access to everything that you've done. They see, fucking hell, he's had Carlito, he's had Chris Masters. Do you know what? This guy's legit. I'll come on.
Exactly.
So treat your work as a CV.
Yeah, and really also too, when you're writing the guests, make sure that you put in detail what your show is about, who you've had on, and have like a slick package. It's like you're talking about the CV. It's like for videographers, it's like a demo reel.
Don't make it too long.
No.
Because the attention span of a human is like, I could be wrong, but 8 to 12 seconds. But
it sounds about right.
If you're reading something that's like a paragraph, they're going to be like, yeah, fuck off next.
And the thing is like, you doing this as many years as you have, it's gotten the attention of people. It's brought so many new eyeballs on. You're targeting and tapping into a niche, such as Australia or England or AEW, whatever it is. And all of a sudden you start making these contacts and you start going to these conventions. And through that, you have the opportunity to be a part of massive wrestling news outlets like Body Slam. Let's talk about how you got involved with that.
So I spoke about this earlier on another podcast, and I'm grateful for Cass, Amber, Mark, even some people that are no longer there, like Corey, Tim, and there's probably some people that I've not mentioned, but I've been with Body Slam now since early February. And the way I like to do it and say it without going into too much detail is like, it's like shooting your shot. As in, you do this for so long, people see your work. And it's about, again, it's all about putting your name out there and just reaching out to people. I reached out to Cass last year, on and off talking, because he's busy in time zones and I'm in the UK. And yeah, we'll review it at a later date. Then back in December, we said, the way I like to say this, it's like, as a wrestler, if you get signed to AEW or WWE, you finish your independent dates, don't you? Before you go and do the big leagues. So with me, I had a shit ton of people lined up and stuff like that, and I was going to finish that, which I had Charlie Evans in December, a few people in January, and then February joined Body Slam. So the way I would just say it is like, and since then, Amber has helped me massively. Cass has helped me massively. Those two are great humans. Nothing but great things to say about them. There's other people that's helped me and stayed in contact. And if you're watching this, you know who you are. I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for Body Slam. I'm grateful for Liam, my partner, who every time I do an interview for Body Slam, he comes on with me. I've had Kevin Knight, Rich Holland. I mean, since joining, I think I had a little look, but since joining Body Slam in probably February 1st, it was probably like later in the month, but since February, I think we're now 3 months in, and I've done like over 40 episodes for them. I think, I could be wrong. So 40 episodes in like 3 months, that's quite impressive.
Yeah, and you get that experience and you build on it, and you're starting to see your own channel is starting to pop. It's starting to take off. What would you say has been your favorite part about being a content creator?
People. And I'm one of
This summer, serve up the Cookout Classics, Heinz Ketchup, and Kraft Singles. Every good burger needs a layer of perfectly melty cheese and thick, rich ketchup. We all know it's not a cookout without Heinz and Kraft.
We're our own worst enemy, Stanley, so I don't think I'm good. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I'm just a little 26-year-old bloke from England, do you know what I mean, who's a wrestling fan. I don't feel like I'm special, not anything. But when people say they like my work, they enjoy what I do, or if a guest says, oh, I enjoyed that, you're doing really good, the messages that I might get, it's nice. I like that. And then when I get invited on other people's podcasts and stuff like that, I like that because it's my story to tell. And I feel like I've got a really good one to tell. I feel like with mine, you could do like a 3-part series because it's that long. Like I could talk about subject after subject, but it's like you mentioned earlier, what got me into it. I was struggling, then I did this, then I did that. But what's my favorite part? My favorite part is connecting with people and making friends.
Yeah, and see, the wrestling community, I feel like, has grown so much in the last 20, 25 years with the advent of the internet and with social media and all this technology around us. You really have so many outlets for people to go and talk about their favorite wrestling show or their favorite wrestler or whatever it is. And it's going to just continue to grow and build. And here we are. It's going to continue to evolve. And so with you and in your career and with what you're doing, what would you say are your future goals that you would like to achieve in the wrestling business?
Oh, good question. So my future goals is just to keep interviewing as many people as I can, help as many people as I can. If you need help, or if you want to reach out, or you want me on your podcast or whatever, or you need advice, like reach out. Every day is a learning day, and free advice. Do you know what I mean? My wife says to me when I'm doing things wrong, but she tells me to do it this certain way. I'm telling you because it's free advice, and I don't want you to fuck up. That's what she says to me. I'm not saying I don't want people to fuck up, but as in, it's just free advice. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy to help anyone. But my future goals: continue to see Body Slam succeed. Have opportunity. If opportunities get given to me, knock it out of the park. Bring in more guests. Collab with people. Work more with Liam. Branch out with Liam. Bring more eyes onto the Australian wrestling scene, because that's my little niche at the moment. Other than that, just keep smashing it.
Yeah, you just got to keep doing it. The more you do it, the better you'll get. Do you have like dream guests, people that you'd love to interview?
I got asked this earlier. There's a few. Obviously, the male side will say, I'd love to sit down and speak to Tony Khan, but if that happens, great. Can I see it happening? No. But I'd love to pick his brain, because I don't think that guy gets enough credit as he does. He's gave so many people the opportunity to have an option. And AEW is just thriving in 2026. And if I was him, I would book a show for April next year. I'd love that. Tony Khan, Moxley, Ospreay. There's like a little pattern here. What else? Who else? Zack Sabre Jr. I'd love to interview him. Shit ton more Australian talent. If we're going for the women's side, Thunder Rosa is my dream guest to have on. Just so many reasons. Mercedes Moné. Harley Cameron would be a good one. It'd be a funny chat. I'd love to interview Tori Wilson. Who else is it? I'd love to interview a lot of UK female talent that I've not had the chance to do yet, because they've got a story and there's some incredible talents. Oh, there's just so many.
Yeah, definitely. I've had the good chance to interview a few of those ladies from the United Kingdom, so I can definitely help you with that one for sure.
Appreciate that.
So yeah, definitely. You've got a pretty interesting story too. Not only are you a wrestling content creator, you're working for Body Slam. You have served your country and have been part of the British Army for many years. Let's talk about getting in there and deciding to pursue this.
Yeah. So in the UK, you can join at 16, but you can't do anything until 18. There's a college, we'll call it. You join up, you're physically in uniform, you're in everything. And yeah, joined at 16. Hard process. Failed a few times, got put back. Do you know what I mean? Because nothing's easy in life. And when I was from 16 and a half, we'll call it, till 18, at this college, you learn the basics, the fundamentals, but you also do college as well, because you're under 18, you got to do some form of education. So I did maths or English, whatever I failed at the time at school. Maths, yeah, ICT. I did a few little things as well. And I did something over here called the Duke of Edinburgh Award. I don't know if you've heard what that is.
I have not.
So the Duke of Edinburgh award scheme is like you got bronze, silver, gold, platinum. I obviously at the time I did bronze. I've only done bronze because it's quite hard to get higher. But you'll do something like map reading, you'll do volunteering, you will do. It's like certain elements of like you'll do like a sport, you'll do. I don't know. You'll do a task at the weekend, team building. It's all different things like built into one, and you get graded at each. It takes you about a year to do, but you'll do it like twice a month or something similar like that, only for a few hours a day. But I think there was one time I went and did. It was like a railway station that needed doing, or like a track where stuff needed moving. Do you know what I mean? You do stuff like that. So that was nice to do. There was once like I did orienteering 3 days, which was a lick out. I didn't like that because it was pissing it down in rain. But I did it. I've been to a few countries. Yeah, still currently in, which happy. So this year's my 10th year.
Congratulations.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. But if you don't count the 2 years that you do for the king or queen at the time, so I've been in 8 years. Yeah, I joined up because to get away from home. And by that, I mean, it's like, I don't know what it is like in Nashville, but when you're stuck in one place, you get sucked into that bad energy and stuff like that. And around my area, there's like, you know, people do drugs, people don't do this, people don't, do you know what I mean? It's just get away from the negativity and stuff like that. And I'm grateful because right down next to me, I've got a beautiful dog. Got a home. I've got a wife, beautiful wife. I met my wife in the forces, so that's really good. I've got a nice little empire that I've got now. I say an empire, but I've got my own little nest egg, we'll call it, like sanctuary, we'll call it, that I've worked for. I go on holidays that I couldn't dream of because as a kid and having my upbringing, I didn't have the best stuff. Do you know what I mean? I didn't. But I'm grateful for my mum and stepdad. I've got a life that I've always wanted right now, and I'm grateful.
Yeah. And with that too, coming from that background and going through something like the Army, it opens up to something new. It's something different. Teaches you things like discipline and perseverance and hard work, much like with the wrestling business. And so, of course, we're a show that talks about charity work and volunteering and things like that. Through the Army or just in general, are you very passionate about any sorts of charities or things that you're very big on?
So when I signed up, I got to the college, we'll call it. You see all the admin clerks and people come for charities and stuff like that. And so it was only a few pound, but each month for 2 years, I think £6 came out of my wage each month for Make-A-Wish in the UK.
Yeah.
So I gave it to the charity, but I haven't, if you know what I mean. It's come out of my wage, and I don't know where it's gone. It's gone on my pay slip. It said Make-A-Wish minus £6, and I've done cake mornings at my unit. I've done anytime someone's left, whether that's the military or like gone to another base. We've gathered for leaving gifts and stuff like that. I've organised that because they've helped me through my career. I've done whether that's events on days like tug of war, where you pull the rope and all that stuff to raise money for charity.
Like the Special Olympics, or kind of like something to do with something like getting fit or something like that.
Yeah, and like every year we have Remembrance Day, which is November 11th. So I've gone around the unit with poppies and there you go, put a few quid in there or something. So I've done my little bit. I would say I like to give back when I can, or help when I can. I even like to help people, even if it's not charitable. I like to see people succeed and help people.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's about at the end of the day is trying to make a difference in your community and try to do something for others and make them feel good. It also makes yourself feel good too in the end of the day. And so, was there like a particular event? You talk about all these things that you're doing that you've been doing. Was there a particular one that you enjoyed doing the most and was very memorable or heartwarming for you?
Is this wrestling or military or just normal life?
Just a normal, it's just like something that you've been able to do as far as like giving back and paying it forward to others.
I feel like there was an event like I'm not going to say like really giving back for this event, but I gave back to myself, if you know what I mean. So growing up, I wasn't the popularist at school. I was an easy target. I got bullied and stuff like that. So when I told people at school that I would join in the army at 16, all the bullies and everyone like wants to be my friend. Do you know? So you know who your real true friends are. So like I said, for the last 8 to 10 years, I've been kind of like building and growing as a human, like finding myself. I'm still finding myself when I'm 26 years young. Saying you're 20, Stanley, you find yourself. Still doing that. But 4 years ago, I got married. And the whole day was about me and my wife. And I felt like I gave back to myself. I was the person that never thought this day would be possible. You know, find the love of my life, find happiness. And that's a day that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. But if we're on about giving back or a day that I remember, I went to the Netherlands last year for work, for parades and stuff like that. And I was in the audience in my kit. I said audience. I was somewhere, but when I saw the veterans, you know, like in the wheelchairs and stuff coming past and stuff, like, thank you for your service, thank you for this, thank you for that. When you hear that, you feel like you're not doing anything, but just being in there, like day by day, you're doing your bit. Do you get what I mean?
Exactly.
And yeah, that was nice to hear. So I felt like then, at that moment, it's not feeling accepted, but you're doing something.
Yeah, and so like when you're serving your country and serving your community, you're representing your country, and you're trying to be a good representation of a place that has given so much to you, and you're trying to pay it forward in return. And it's a privilege to be a part of something like the Army and any kind of like armed forces type of environment. What would you say has been your favorite part about serving in the Army?
Meeting my wife. Meeting my wife, that's been my favorite part. But if we're on about like stuff, it's the opportunities that you get given and the stuff that you can do. And I've been Europe, been Africa. It's the opportunities you get. I've worked with the Americans, friends with a few Americans. But the most important thing for me is my wife.
Have you already thought about making a trip to the U.S., or at some point would you like to visit?
I'd love to make a trip to the U.S. It was always on my cards as a kid to visit America before I was 21. But never happened because things get in the way. COVID happened. Do you know what I mean? Just it's just timings. I'd hop on a plane tomorrow if I could. I mean, I can, but
it'll happen one day.
Yeah,
it'll happen. what is it about giving back to the community that gives you the most joy?
People's faces. Smiles on people's faces, and just the thought that you've done something and achieved something and made a impact on other people's lives.
I love it. That's what it's about, man. Just making memories and brightening somebody's day, and kindness just goes a long way. It really does.
Yeah. And I also, as a kid, like, I think I was like 12. I did like food hampers, like delivered for, what did I do? So there was like a volunteer thing at my school, and you could do food hampers and go around and deliver them to people's homes. I did that as well.
Nice.
So done different things. Obviously, in the last few years, in the last like 2 years, I've not done much, but yeah, I think it all comes down to timing and spare time, because we do the podcasting, obviously working, dog, my wife. Do you know what I mean? There's not enough time in the day. Do you know what I mean, to do things?
Yeah.
But when I get the chance, I do like to try and give back to people or help people.
Yes. And you certainly have been making a difference in the wrestling space as well by bringing on so many people and having them tell their stories. And I'm so grateful and thankful to be on your show. And twice, I know. And here we are chatting here today. And I want to say thank you for coming on to my show and talking with me here, and hopefully we'll do this again. And I want to just thank you again for coming on. It means a lot to me and to my listeners and viewers that are watching this on YouTube. Where can people find you on social media? And feel free to plug your channel and all the places that you can find all your content.
First of all, Stanley, thank you for coming on, man. Well, thank you for coming on, fucking hell. Wow, I feel like I was introducing you then. But no, thank you for allowing me to come on. Like, I really enjoyed it. Do you know what I mean? It's nice to just be on the other side.
Yeah.
And talk and tell your story and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed it. And it's just different, because sometimes I don't get the chance to do this much. But today, I've done it twice and I've enjoyed it. But yeah, you're doing really good yourself. Like, don't let anyone tell you different. Don't let anyone, like, try to bring you down, because sometimes this can happen. Like, because I've been brought down a few times. Like, keep thriving. Like, guest is a guest. Like, if you ever need help or want help, I'm more than happy to help you.
Thank you.
Anyone who's listening to this, like, reach out for some advice maybe, or opinions or anything. Because before we went on and did this, someone's messaging me and asking, how do you do this? What do you do this? And it's just nice. Again, I'm telling people things. That's me giving back, helping. Mm-hmm. But yeah, thank you. Keep smashing what you are doing. And people can find me at YouTube and X as Wombreezy, just as what it says right there.
Exactly. Pleasure's all mine. Thank you so much. We'll do this again soon. I really enjoyed our chat.
Definitely, man.
And you're more than welcome to come back.
Anytime. I will.
And before we go, don't forget, once again, I'm going to just hold it up here on the screen. See if we can get it. Yep. Champions for a Cause, Volume 1. It is a new collection of interviews that we have done with several of our guests, talking about Mark Merrow, Jake the Snake Roberts, Tito Santana, Al Snow, and so many others. You can buy your copy now for $15 on Amazon.com. It is available as a paperback. Go ahead and check it out. I'm Stanley Carr. Until then, and I'll see you next time.
This is Wrestling with Heart. I hope you found this podcast to be informative and entertaining. If you did, please hit the subscribe button and look out for the next edition.
You want to get your backyard summer ready, but you don't want to break the bank? Wayfair gets it. Planning on dining al fresco or relaxing poolside? Wayfair has everything you need to prep your space. Shop now and save up to 70% off during Wayfair's 4th of July clearance. Score huge deals on outdoor furniture, area rugs, and more. We're talking thousands of products for every style and budget. Plus, surprise flash deals July 6th. Don't wait. Shop Wayfair's 4th of July clearance now through July 6th at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Athletic Brewing Company crafts award-winning non-alcoholic beers for those who want to be part of every round. With over 185 flavor awards, they're exceptional NA beers that fit your lifestyle and any social occasion. Summer's full of good times, and Athletic fits right in. Go to athleticbrewing.com to have brews delivered to your door, or find them at a bar, restaurant, or store near you. Near beer. Athletic Brewing Company. Fit for all times.